Welcome. I'm playing around with a hypothesis. If we become more aware as Americans, might that help us heal? And I want to start off in the category of the relationship between the narcissist and the empath and or codependent. This relationship is often looked at with individuals, and I want to look at it institutionally. I'm certainly not the first, but it's also very much in the zeitgeist at the moment. And my jam is to surf the zeitgeist. So I'll define terms for a moment. Institutionally, a narcissistic, and in the case that I'm really looking at, a malignant narcissistic institution is one that reflects the traits of narcissism. And I'm not going to go into the full narcissistic personality disorder. I'm going to keep this in the realm of traits because I'm not trying to be diagnostic. It's not exactly my field of expertise, though I do have expertise in this field from wisdom, life experience, and my day job. So I'll go into that later. But the other part that I'd like to define is, in this case, institutionalized empathy, institutionalized codependence, which I'm going to change it to interdependence. So, what I see, to cut to the chase, happening in America, archetypally speaking, is that our executive branch and a few other portions of our government, particularly elected Republicans who are still sold hook, line, and sinker on our executive branch for whatever reason, they're displaying narcissistic traits. And a lot of their moves are to dismantle and then re engineer systems in place to make them, in fact, more malignantly narcissistic. Meanwhile, the American people, and also historically and archetypally, we are a country of interdependent empaths. It's written in our Constitution. And yes, there is a gap between the ideal and the real because our country has a terrible history too. We enslaved people for a really long time. We also committed genocide towards the indigenous people. So there are many problems within the people, but I also see us constitutionally trying and aspiring to ideals and showing a willingness to have a growth mindset as a people. So this is just the introductory video. I will start to break down some of these traits and continue with this hypothesis of, if we become more aware, how will that help us heal? So in the next video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some ways to work with narcissism. And I'll talk a tiny bit about the different styles of narcissism. But because we're dealing really specifically with malignant narcissism, I will generally focus on that style. And I hope you're having a really, really awesome day. And I know this is kind of heavy. So let's try to ground. Let's give ourselves a breath. And remember that today is going to be our peaceful day, taking a cue from the venerable monks on day 100 today. Woohoo! Thanks for being here. Follow for more.